The following 10 minutes and 6 of footage that you're about to watch was clipped and re-recorded for series purposes by me on October 9, 2023 at around 2:40.52 AM Eastern Time. If you'd like to add me on Discord for any purposes, even to reach out to me to showcase one of your videos to me for me to share on my channel with your permission to promote you, you can do so. Here is my following code to my Discord. Hello everyone, this is King Vector 11 and welcome back to another Modders COD series episode. This series is brought to you especially targeting newer or innocent players of GTA Online by me to show you how bad modding can get and has gotten in GTA Online to this day and beyond, to warn you of what you could be facing in public lobbies on the PC platform with a visual proof I have to showcase to you in this series. If you'd like to know more information in regards to how bad or how much worse modding can get or has gotten, or to simply even know how I format these videos, you can check out this part 1 Rant video, link will be in the description. Even after the release of the BattlEye anti-cheat for PC players on September 17, 2024, ModMail developers have quickly found many bypasses, such as using an FSL tool to run GTA Online in offline mode by loading their own online save data locally, and figuring out how Rockstar secretly wanted modding to continue in GTA Online by giving a command to BattlEye to disable the anti-cheat when required to use third-party launchers, which is what mod developers have turned their ModMails into to allow themselves to continue publicly modding online. More information on this can be found in part 2 of my modding Rant video, link will also be in the description below. Recently in February 2025, I have even come across proof that Rockstar have sold their full GTA 5 source code to the wrong hands, who would then sell it to the public, including ModMail developers aka cheat makers, which in turn would share their profits with Rockstar for them to turn a blind eye. That is how we are getting more RCE attacks in GTA Online and different ways modders can boot you off your game or worse, your internet. The price for the full GTA 5 source code sold for about 7,000 euros. In the meanwhile, Take-Two Interactive is also doing anything they can in their power to choose which mod mails must be taken down, such as YIM menu for illegally obtained and reverse engineered GTA 5 source codes. However, they're not doing anything against mod menus like Stand especially, or other mod menus like 2Take1, Chirax, Frontier, Lightning X, Terror, or other cheat menus for these reasons. Does this mean Take-Two is illicitly doing business with select mod menu developers and turning a blind eye when paid enough in these illicit business dealings? Regardless of this case, I'm throwing both Rockstar and Take-Two under the bus for the continuation of modding in GTA Online, and as selective modding still continues to this day, then I select the choice to continue this series. So stay tuned to find out what could happen to you as an innocent player, and be safe when crossing paths or boundaries with any modder, because you will never know the risk you put yourself in until it is too late and you are suspended, banned, or endlessly stalked by a modder. And finally, as an added note, I am making this series in continuation of the legacy version of PC, since as far as I'm concerned, I am not yet aware of any modding yet going on the enhanced version that has released March 4th, 2025. And of course, as bonus proof to continue my proof against Rockstar and Take-Two, beyond Take-Two having selective modding for certain menus that they're dealing with illicit business to turn a blind eye and allow mine to continue, Rockstar is doing their own favor of choosing who to ban and who not to ban, such as an example of one of my friends I've known for many years, in which since the day I've met them they've never modded once, but then at some point in time they were fed up of being crashed 20 times a day plus, so they got themselves an alt account to use mods on, in which that account has never been punished by Rockstar. However, their main account that's never seen a mod has been punished and suspended at least once. And Rockstar is also doing anything they can to target innocent crew members of those who have been attacked by malicious hackers and modders. However, will do nothing against these malicious hackers and modders at all at the end of the day. Talk about selective favoritism at its finest, eh? Now, as part of this recording that I'm about to showcase too, I do quite a bit of explaining there, so I'm going to keep this as short as simple as possible. In case you do not know me yet, I am typically that one GTA player who doesn't start anything with anyone and is usually the one who is targeted by malicious brain deads, unfortunately. You may even be able to see that in my new series of uploads in which I will fully record and upload every single piece of footage I ever do on the enhanced version, since I refuse to migrate my character from legacy to enhanced, if you wish to check that out, of course. Beyond that though, as a quick note, I'd like to let you know this box exists on the top left to hide any Discord members I may have been in a Discord VC with at the time of this footage that I've clipped. But as far as I'm concerned, giving this bit of information, this modder has unfortunately come towards me and did whatever they did on the initialization of me coming across them, which I have even showcased to you in this recording. So let's go through all of the proof very briefly of what I have caught in this recording that you're about to watch. But as far as I'm concerned, this is just a player who used mods to perform one of the weirdest, strangest ways to Grand Theft Auto in a Grand Theft Auto game. I can't really get mad at that, but at the same time, Rockstar's the one enabling this kind of behavior, so I can't really blame these modders. Beyond that though, here is the full footage that I am going to showcase to you right now. Hello everyone, this is King Vector 11 with another episode of a modder caught in GTA Online. The sole purpose for uploading videos like these is to not really expose who in particular is modding, but it is to expose how Rockstar supports modding in GTA Online and continues to support modding even beyond October 9th, 2023. I thought that was September for a second, excuse me. I have not studied months in numbers in the past longest while, so I got rusty for a moment. Still, this modder, to give a brief summary, shows up in a session, and while I went to get a car to attempt to try and meet up with someone who was a very familiar name that I just wanted to say hello and potentially hang out with like I typically would attempt to do, this modder hijacks my vehicle, puts it into mostly their own control, kicks me out of the vehicle if they had to, and later on, more details are to follow. But for now, witness the evidence as caught of Rockstar's failure to deal with modding other than support it. Modder caught 161. Enjoy the episode. And so that is all the evidence that I have personally tried to clip. And after when I have said that I knew who the modder was but would not admit their name, immediately I could tell that this same modder immediately desynced me from the session, which is what is a common term used by modders who have mod menus that basically kicks you into your own session for a while and keeps you in your own session until the program can no longer establish a stable connection between you and their program, generally by closing the game, if you want to fix that, let's say. So this modder basically breaks my game and desyncs me after I have admitted who it was but wouldn't say their name because they got scared, and I was never able to find that player afterwards. I was never able to report that player afterwards, and even if I would, Rockstar doesn't care because they will pat this modder on the back and say, "Good job for messing with this player's experience." Pat on the back. When this player that you see in chat admits to not having a mod menu, you can see later on in the video, somewhere around here, wherever this was, there you go. You can see in the chat, this member admits to not have a menu. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but if they don't, I would assume that they're just like me and that they do not have a menu because I don't. And I would typically say if I have a menu and I say I don't, besides Rockstar's verified interaction menu, as you could have seen in this video. And after they've said that, guess what? They were apparently detected cheating and removed from the session, so that's probably the same thing that has happened to me. This isn't a message typically generated by Rockstar services. This is a message that was generated by a mod menu that has codes, that has actually purchased codes from Rockstar services to be able to provide such messages as stated here, which can only tell me this mod is using a specific mod menu called stand. Because from what I'm aware of, stand was actually able to purchase source codes from Rockstar services. So now stand is very much undetectable for this specific reason. It is basically a mod menu that has been renamed to become Rockstar Verified because of these purchases made that Rockstar has so unfortunately sold. And so now I will expose Rockstar Games right now for allowing modding to happen such as this. Imagine that. All this proof just proves that Rockstar supports modding. Hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and if there's any other questions or concerns that you may have, do feel free to mention it in the comments down below. And without further ado, this is King Vector 11 with Modder Caught 161 for this episode. And that is all that I have. Without further ado, good luck out there, everyone. And if you do see this player with at least these informative social club details, feel free to report them for modding. Good luck out there. By the way, I'd like to make on a final note before this video ends. Remember this part of the video? That was when the modder hijacked my vehicle to become theirs, for make everything theirs, including being the driver. That's how strong their mod menu is, that Rockstar is so not able to detect, and yet again, I wonder why. This is King Vector 11. Good luck out there. And so, that is all the proof that I have to showcase to you in this episode. Now, if you do respect my intentions to trying to put a stop to modding and you wish to stay tuned for more content like this, and if you are generally a intelligent person who supports respect for each other in the hopes that one day everyone will finally respect each other at some point. Let's hope so anyways. Feel free to subscribe, because obviously this channel will be based on respect and, of course, trying to take down what is wrong, one step at a time. But regardless of who you are, no matter who you may be, mind you, I am not pointing fingers at whether you are a good person or brain dead. Only you are aware of yourself, and if you feel like I pointed a finger at you, well, guess what? I didn't. That's on your conscience. But regardless of who you are, if you wish to support the channel, feel free to do so, like and subscribe. But after this point in the video, I'll be going over the comments of the previous episode. So if you want to stay tuned for that, stay tuned for that. But if you feel you want to leave and move on with your day, feel free to do so. You are not forced to stay for this segment coming right now of the comments of the past episode. As I said, I would showcase. So thankfully, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have anyone to take out. No trash to flush out, thankfully. So let's go over the first couple of comments of a very valuable member of the community, as I typically like to express, not just to flex or whatnot, but just to be honest. This member has, of course, heard me when I said that I'm definitely looking forward to upgrading my equipment, definitely looking at a PC that costs just around $1,000. And of course, with the new stupid Canadian-American trade wars because of an idiotic freaking criminal that our southern friends have unfortunately wished to bring back to office, this may be even harder to accomplish as of now. So anyways, I hate to expose the truth, but that's the truth. There's no shaking that, that fact. I do respect your suggestions of which PC specs and parts you wish for me to get, but it's okay. I'm looking at a PC that's way better than the one I have right now. A 4-core, 4-thread CPU with 3.2 GHz i5 6500 paired with a GTX 970. It's the CPU. Look, the GPU is totally fine. It's just the CPU definitely needs upgrade, and I cannot really upgrade it without changing my motherboard. So I am already like, you know what? Get a new PC. Even other people have been telling me it's better to get a new PC than to get yourself an i5 7500, I believe was the next most best CPU I could put on my PC. But of course, having to update and change BIOS to the recommended specs for the CPU, yeah, they just told me to buy a new PC. So I respect your intentions of what you tried helping me with. Of course, I'm definitely looking already at a pre-built PC that's going to cost a significant amount, but of course, with your guys' support, of course, I'm not asking or begging or forcing anyone. It is totally up to you. I'll do my best to upload and update you guys on more content on my channel more frequently in the coming days. But anyways, from the previous episode, even the person who I made an episode on was super toxic. I didn't even remember to put his name in it, because I guess it just became a meme of his name just flushing out from the existence of Earth just because it was just that toxic and needed to be eradicated ASAP. And thank you for caring about my health and when I last slept. As of now, of course, this is like days later, of course I try my best to respond then. But as of now, I think the last time I actually woke up was like about 17 hours ago. Anyways, I'll go to sleep right after this is uploaded, and another video I have will be premiered onto YouTube right after this. So of course, stay tuned for that if you want. It's going to be more Minecraft. But yeah, thank you for caring about my health. I definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. And of course, the guy who made a comment that I've showcased at that timestamp was of course sent to the shadow realm because, yeah, they were just trying to be toxic. Look, even if flushing out the toxicity is going to prevent me from growing, I would rather hold on to 4 quarters than 100 pennies. I'm not going to build my community on toxicity. And if you support respect and you wish to stay tuned and support my channel and probably meet someone new off of this channel, maybe it's totally up to you. Feel free to stay tuned, like and subscribe. That's all I can tell you. You're not forced to, you're not obliged to, I'm just letting you know. I try my best to be respectful for those who showcase some form of respect. treat those how you wish to be treated. And in case you don't know me as of now, in this part of the video, after already explaining it previously, I'm not the one to initiate any form of impressions against anyone. I'll let them make their own impressions towards me before I make the final judgment. Anyways, we're speaking about the PC being typically, well, me speak about the PC being typically a little harder for me to get as of now, especially with my own payments I have to make every so often. So it's gonna take a while, but of course, like I said, you're not forced to, but the support will definitely always be appreciated. The more support I get, the faster I'll be able to achieve that goal. So I still wish to thank you guys, whoever is actually staying tuned for my channel, even giving the littlest support of just having my videos play in the background while they're sleeping or something. I totally respect it. Thank you. Anyways, yeah. If only YouTube was good at recommending channels to people who are willing to support them, rather than those who are just going to look for 2 seconds and say, I hate this video because it doesn't go straight to the point within the first millisecond to my goldfish span attention, whatever. Anyways, that's on their conscience. I'm not pointing fingers. If you feel you are that way, that's on you. I didn't say who you were. Now let's move on to another comment where they have generally stated, any statement that I could make will just not be clear, so I'm just going to read what they've said at this point. So they've been playing the game legit without mods from time to time for almost 10 years. Things like in the video happen almost in every lobby to them. Sometimes they just get kicked for not responding to someone when they use their girl character. It was even worse, almost criminal. One modder was continuously following them to every lobby they joined, crashing their game for several days and weeks, all because I didn't add him as a friend. Now after the anti-cheat, it's at least a little bit better. At least on your end, it's a little bit better. Before the anti-cheat, the game was barely playable at some points. At least you're lucky that it was just becoming more bearable for you. Unfortunately, at my rate, I still have to stay in invite-only lobbies, probably because of the name I've made, or just because my figure somehow attracts brain deads, or maybe I'm just shoved into brain dead lobbies or something. I have no idea. I'm not lucky to stay outside of invite-only lobbies, so I am proud of you. Anyways, thank you for your comment, by the way. And then we have this person who has stated themselves they had a bunch of modders expose videos on their channel, then they figure out they thrive on attention, so they trim down onto the more amusing videos. They have their own intentions. They stated why they started taking down their own mod videos and whatnot, but it's their intention. I still respect it anyways. I'm here to say, here is something that I strongly believe in, that I wish to not give up on, even if it's the last breath of me. I do not want the same treatment to happen to GTA 6, and I do not want people to look at GTA 6 in 2 years from now to say I can't wait for GTA 7 because this game is trash, after already getting the most anticipated respect that we are still waiting for to this day and beyond for GTA 6 to release. It's already been 19 years since the last time we were able to see Vice City. 19 years. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, the really biggest change I've seen is the fact, beyond whatever anti-cheat was released, was the fact that over 50% of players were unfortunately cut out from the game because they were using Linux and Steam Deck, which Rockstar has not asked BattlEye to allow access for these users to continue playing GTA Online with this anti-cheat service. So it's unfortunate for them, because Rockstar is lazy as fuck. So I respect your intentions, and of course I wish you the best, even beyond your future comments that you've made. And I definitely respect when they did say that they've no interest in GTA 6 due to how poorly Rockstar has treated their customers over the years. They've even said the only reason anti-cheat was finally added is because the shark card number started to dip a little too low. I mean, I can't disagree with it, but at the same time I can't fully agree with it, so I'm going to keep that at a neutral statement and only take that into consideration beyond anything else that I personally believe in for why Rockstar finally added anti-cheat. Like, in a sense that they finally added anti-cheat, that the players are finally realizing that GTA 5 is becoming more of a dead game since we're coming closer to GTA 6, and because there's less and less players caring about it and less people, you know, staying on GTA Online for whatever intentions they have, Rockstar finally is like, okay, now we have a smaller player base, let's finally add an anti-cheat or something. I don't know what the fuck Rockstar's intentions were. It was way too late. Beyond that, though, we're just deeply ashamed at Rockstar's performance at waiting so long for such minimum effort to be done finally when it was already too late. But beyond that, though, I respect your comments and your replies, and thank you very much for even coming by. I respect that. Before I end this video, though, I'm going to make a little short story. Whoever did make it to this point of the video, I'm going to say earlier today, there was actually, I was in my kitchen, I was cooking food actually when I was looking out my kitchen window and I saw my neighbor house right behind mine. I was watching their chimney stack, their stove stack was just like, you know, regular smoking as it is. It's like +2 degrees, so you can kind of see the smoke outside relatively. And then finally at some point the smoke became super thick, like you're staring at a runaway diesel engine, and I'm like, why is it puffing so much? So I was like deeply staring at their stove stack, like, you know, really I think that's how it's called anyways, correct me if I'm wrong. It's like a metal, like it's like a metal chimney sort of thing. So if I called it the right thing, go ahead. If not, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been forever since I even remembered or studied their names, so I could be rusty on remembering that. Beyond that, though, there was bits of crumb that was falling off the top of the chimney, and next thing I knew, the top of the chimney actually caught fire. Like a pretty big blaze lasted for a couple of seconds. Even I panicked and I ran to my father and I was like, hey, their chimney kind of caught fire. So he even stood up and went to the kitchen to see that. We both watched anyway, so it's kind of like a bit of embers just on the top of the chimney. Thankfully, it's the month of March and there's still snow on people's roofs for the most part, so nothing could have really caught as of yet. It's still relatively cold, and I guess because of the snow that's slowly melting, there's enough moisture that didn't really set anything up, thankfully. Praise Jesus for them. But beyond that, though, I took my precautions of after I finished cooking dinner, like minutes later, I just put on like some clothes to go outside. It was +2, I just put a hat on. I took a walk to their house. Actually, it was only an elder lady, probably in her 70s, with a cat at the time, and I just wanted to warn her at that time just to be careful because I saw her chimney catch fire, literally. But then she told me a bit of a story that the fact that her house actually started accumulating smoke from the fire stove that is connected to that chimney. So at least she stopped feeding wood into it and did her best to like cool it down. So there's that at least. But beyond that, though, really, I just want to explain that just to not really rub in that I'm trying my best to be a good person, but it's something I typically felt was right to do. I'm not just gonna like let them like come to a surprise that next thing you know their roof's on fire or something. I wouldn't let that settle on my conscience for any longer than the second that lasted, so I had to see them about this before it ended up becoming too late. So at least they took the precaution, and she just did her best to cool down her stove stack. But her fire stove actually was an antique anyways, from what I saw. So anyways, I had permission to look anyways, so it's totally fine. Everything is fine about that. I just wanted to warn her about whatever was going on, and that was it. That's really all I have to say about that. I feel like I did a good deed anyways on my own behalf. Yeah, that's all I really have to showcase to you guys in this video. Anyways, beyond that little story of what happened to me earlier today, of all days, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you did, the support is always appreciated. Of course, you're not forced to like and subscribe, and of course, have yourselves a great day. And remember, if you have the opportunity to do a good deed, do it. Just like canceling modding, because there's no way I'm going to allow this to happen in GTA 6 if Rockstar ever makes an online mode, and that game is going to die in 2 years just because Rockstar decided to mistreat it like they did with GTA 5 for way too long. Have yourselves a great day, and of course, even if the rumors I'm hearing are true that many mod mills out there are actually being terminated and shut down permanently without any continuation of services, there's still some mod mills that I've heard are still active. So, as far as I'm concerned, this channel or this series will continue for as long as how many episodes I still have left on my PC. Have yourselves a great day, everyone, and like I always warn you out there, be safe, especially for legacy PC players, because you may never know what can happen to you. Alright? Have a good day, and stay safe.